the regularly scheduled monthly meeting of the City of Annapolis Alcoholic Beverage Control Board. Today is Wednesday, March 4th. The time I have is 7 p.m., and I call this meeting to order. Um, this is a virtual meeting, and anyone wishing to provide public comment can do so. We ask public comments. The period begins the Friday 2 weeks prior to the AB to the meeting and ends Monday before the meeting date. Tonight, present, we have member Dick Peterson, Chris Sheehan, myself, Ryan Chitwood. We have Deputy City Clerk Cynthia Gaines, and from the City of Annapolis Office of Law, we have Miss Bianca Smith. Thank you, Bianca, for joining us. So first thing, have the members had an opportunity to review the minutes from the February meeting?
I have. I move they
And
be
if so,
approved.
any modifications or corrections that need to be made? Sorry, Mr. Peterson, did you make a motion?
I did. I move they be approved.
All right, is there a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
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 Perfect. All right. Moving forward, so we'll be going into public hearing. First thing on the agenda here, a request for a show cause hearing, Sotos KS LLC trading as Capital Liquors. A board request for a show cause hearing in accordance with Article AB, annotated code of Maryland, the Charter and Code of the City of Annapolis, and the rules regulations of the Alcoholic Beverage Control Board of the City of Annapolis. This show cause hearing is pursuant to Section 1.6, compliance with the law, and Section 3.6, purchase for resale, issued to Sotos KS LLC, trading as Capital Liquors, location 249 West Street, Annapolis, Maryland 21401. Date of incidents, December 3rd, 2025, and December 10, 2025. So, Josh, if you could bring all those, anyone who's going to be testifying this evening or has business with this matter forward. If we could get everybody to turn their cameras on and unmute themselves, and we'll do some introductions here. Oh, and Stuart's here.
Hi, everybody.
Ms.
Sorry I'm
Gaines,
late joining you.
Ms. Gaines, can we note that member Cohen is present for the meeting?
Yes, thank you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
all.
All right, so let's see here. So we have the county liquor board inspector. We've got Mr. Gallagher, and I'll go around here. Mr. Gallagher's your client. Am I missing somebody that I'm just not seeing in my?
I spoke to him before this started, and he should be here.
Okay. Just give it a couple seconds here.
Mr. Gallagher, is it Mr. Soto? Is that who we're looking
Yes,
for?
that's
I
correct.
do not see his name in the attendees.
It's Mr. Alberto, Alexis Alberto. It should be in the name of the store, I'm being told.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. All the other names are accounted for other items, so I don't see him in the attendees.
Let me figure this out.
Do we want to?
I think we should move on.
I apologize for this. We
Wait, yeah,
made,
Ms. Gaines, what's your maybe?
I'm concerned about moving on because we have the guest panelists here. I don't know if his time will allow us to move past this. Inspector Gottschalk,
Yes,
would it
ma'am.
be okay, sir, if they move on and come back to this one?
Yeah, that's fine.
We won't keep you here. I mean, we're going to give you, Mr. Gallagher, I think we'll give you a couple minutes to try to find your client, and maybe we can get one or two of these items out of the way just to keep the meeting moving. Is that fair?
thank you. I apologize.
Yeah, perfect. Hey, so Josh, do you mind when we have him logged in, can you just let us know and we'll just loop back around? And
Yes, sir. Yeah, that sounds good.
so why don't we just go to agenda item 3? You good with that, Josh?
Yeah, I'll pull them out of panelists and bring in the next item.
All right. So for our next item, we'll keep things moving here. We have a special Class C one-day liquor license for Celtic Star Inc. Annapolis Running Festival. Application for a special Class C one-day license beer, wine, and liquor to the Celtic Star Inc. for the Annapolis Running Festival scheduled on Saturday, March 21st, 2026 from 6:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. Location is 550 Taylor Avenue, Annapolis, Maryland, 21401. So who do we have today? Lee, is it just going to be you? And can you unmute
Hold
mute
on.
yourself? And
I did it.
hey there, we can see you.
Me and technology, we don't get along so good sometimes.
Hey Lee,
Join
can
the
you
crowd.
give us your name and address for the record, please? Ms.
Sure.
Gaines can record it.
Yep. Lee Corrigan, Corrigan Sports Enterprises, 6725 Santa Barbara Court, Elkridge, Maryland, 21075.
Great. And can you just raise your right hand real quick? I'm going to swear you in, and then we're going to ask you, we'll let you talk about the event, and we'll ask you a couple questions.
Sure.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm under the penalty of perjury, testimony and information you are about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, sir?
Yes.
Wonderful. Tell us about this year's running festival.
Sure. Fourth annual Annapolis Running Festival. We're expecting somewhere between 3,000 and 3,500 total people. We start and finish at the stadium complex. It gets going. The first race starts at 7 o'clock and the whole thing wraps up. We have a half marathon, a 5K, and a 10K. And they all finish back at the stadium where we have a village. And of course, we have some live music in there, and we have some beer for the runners. Each runner gets free beer, one free beer. And that's about it. 4 years running, and we're looking forward to another great event.
Yep. Remind us how you guys do your age verification for the distribution of the beer.
Yep, we have a number of
Thank-
different things available to us. Number one, when they register online, of course, they have to fill out that information. Number one. Number two, when they pick up their race bib that they'll have to participate and to get a beer, we check their ID as well. And then if they are of age, they receive a wristband that allows them to get that free beer or purchase beer.
Yep, perfect. And that's what you've been doing kind of since
Yeah.
the inception of this event, right? Yep.
Correct.
Any
That's
issues that you've run into?
No, we've been very fortunate. No issues whatsoever. We also have a number of private security around. The guys from All County Security are stationed over by the beer, and then also by the exits where we have no alcohol beyond this point. It is fenced in too, by the way, with some cadence fencing. So we do control the ingress and egress in and out of the area. So it's easy for our security people to spot anything.
Great. Any
Mr.
questions from the
Chairman?
board?
No, Mr.
Yes,
Chairman.
Mr. Peterson.
Their fourth year. We've never heard a problem. I move we approve.
A
All
second.
right, we have a motion to move. We have a second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Good luck with your event.
We've got
Hey,
4
thank you, guys.
ayes. Thank you, Mr. Corrigan.
Just need some good weather. Keep your fingers crossed.
That's
Good
right.
luck.
You got it. Thanks, guys.
Josh, should I move to 4 or are we going back to number 2?
He is not in yet, Mr. Chair.
All right, let's move on to agenda item 4, extension of licensed premises during a special event. Stan and Joe's Saloon, St. Patrick's Day Parade Weekend. Request for an extension of licensed premise during a special event to include use of the parking lot adjacent to the business with the consumption of alcoholic beverages and live music to Stan and Joe's Saloon for the St. Patrick's Day Parade Weekend scheduled on Saturday, March 7th. 2026 and Sunday, March 8th, 2026 from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Location is 37 West Street, Annapolis, Maryland, 21401. Mr. McGovern is here. Joe, can you turn your camera on, sir?
I would love to.
Well, we know what you look like, so if we can't make it work.
Okay, start my video. I'm sorry.
There
You go.
Am I there?
Yep.
Hey.
Could you give us your name and your address for the record, sir?
Yes, sir. Joseph Daniel Patrick McGovern Jr., 817 Valley Drive, Crownsville, Maryland, 21032.
Wonderful. And would you raise your right hand and I will swear you in? Do you swear or affirm under the penalty of perjury the testimony that you're going to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Wonderful. Joe, do you want to tell us about this year's event?
It's year 4 for the Shamrock Stroll and year 10 for the St. Patrick's Day Parade. We alcohol and food served, tables, picnic tables, and all that. Bartenders, all tip certified. We have 4 different managers with the crowd certification. Everything's in plastic. You got to get carded and get a wristband. No wristband, no service, period. End of statement. We've been doing this for 10 years now. It's a good time. If we're lucky, we cater to the Saturday event is raising money for local fire departments, and we're a big firefighter police bar. And Sunday's the parade, but we do open up early for firefighters breakfast, and it's a good time. If we get lucky, one of them will bring one of their fire trucks, and kids get to climb on it and take pictures. And but the things that I and what you've taught me over the years is every egress and ingress is covered by security. I have tip certified bartenders, tip certified bouncers, myself. And we just have some fun, and looks like the weather's going to bless us. So it'll be a good day. And with downtown not part of the parade route, it's going to be uptown's going to be jumping. And that's about
so
it.
the parade route stops at Church Circle now?
They instead of going around church and going down, they just say you're out, at Church Circle, it's over. So,
all right. So are you planning for a larger than normal crowd?
Absolutely.
In terms of staff and security?
Staff's got doubled security. got 2 more porta potties. We're at full battle stations. We've been doing this a long time. I'm very proud of our relationship with the local first responders, and they really turn out. We have a great time. So, yeah,
but to your, just to your point, with the parade route changing, you're probably going to feel more stress this year than years past. So just want to make sure you're good to go. And
I've like I said, I've doubled security. And at some point I've already had a pre-meeting with the guys. If we have to start a line, we're going to start a line. It is what it is. It's going to be a 70-degree day, and I'm already well stressed out over it already. So
sure. We can see that.
Mr. Cohen, did you have a question?
Yeah, is the parade route going down that first block of West Street?
Correct. It starts at the basically circle to circle. It starts up
That
by
Amos
Seesaw.
Garrett.
Yeah, and goes right down West Street, and then Church Circle. It ends. The police will escort me, hang a left and go home. Which I do. We
So,
just
I mean, I
loop
guess
around.
realistically, they're cutting the distance in half.
Correct.
So, Stuart, that means you're gonna have to get out there early with your chair.
Yeah.
I understand. Yes. I'll just sit up in front of Stan and Joe's. It's easy
That's
for me.
Tell him Joe sent you.
What?
I'll be there. I'll grab
Mr.
you.
McGovern, anything else you want to add about
Just-
the event?
We're ready. Well, I've been doing this a long time. Very happy, very proud that we're not on your radar. I hope not, anyway. And as always, every year we do this meeting, I always want to end my part with thanking you guys. We just turned 19 years old last week.
Wow,
Happy birthday.
congratulations.
Well, thank you guys.
Yeah.
I really enjoy our repertoire, and I hope never to step on said repertoire.
Mr.
With
Chairman,
that, yes, sir, Mr. Peterson.
I move we approve.
Do we have a
Second.
second? Mr.
Second.
Cohen, second. All right, all in favor? Aye.
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 All right,
Joe,
four
good
ayes.
luck.
Thanks, guys. Have a great
Approved.
spring.
All right,
Good
thank
luck.
you.
Bye now.
Mr. Chair, Mr.
Yes.
Soto is here now.
All right, well, why don't we kick back up to number 2 here? So we have Mr. Gallagher, we have. All right, if everybody can turn their cameras on. Mr. Soto, and we have Mr. Garrett. There he is, Mr. Gallagher. So let me do this.
I don't see Mr. Gallagher or Mr. Soto.
Mr. Gallagher just turned his camera on. Mr. Soto is present, and we have from the county liquor board, the inspector. Is it Gottschalk? Is that how I pronounce your name, sir?
Yeah, it's Gottschalk.
Gottschalk. So let me start with this. Could you please provide your name and address for the record?
Sure. So my name's Dwayne Gottschalk. I'm the Chief Inspector for the Anne Arundel County Liquor Board. Address would be 211 D Commerce Park Drive, Annapolis, Maryland, 21401.
Thank you very much. Mr. Gallagher, do you want to provide name and address as counsel, please?
Yes, sir. Brian Gallagher. I'm an attorney at the law firm of Gallagher Eldon Law. We are located at 1605 Town Center Boulevard, Suite 265, Annapolis, Maryland, 21401.
All right, Mr. Soto, can you unmute yourself, provide name and address for the record, sir?
Alexis Alberto Soto, Annapolis, Maryland, 703, actually, no, 1218 Marta Lane, 21403, sorry.
No problem. All right, so Mr. Gallagher, so it's you, Mr. Soto, and then we have the inspector here. Is there anyone else going to be coming before the board this evening to talk about this matter?
No.
Great. Then if Mr. Soto and Inspector Gottschalk, if I could you just raise your right hand? I'll swear you in. And you're gonna need to unmute yourself, Mr. Soto. Do you swear or affirm under the penalty of perjury testimony you provide to this board will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Yes.
Great. All right, here we go. So, Inspector Gottschalk, would you like to start us off and tell us how we ended up where we are here today?
Sure. Good evening, commissioners, members of the board. Again, for the record, my name is Dwayne Gottschalk. I'm the Chief Inspector for the Anne Arundel County Liquor Board. I am here at the request of the City of Annapolis Alcohol Beverage Control Board in reference to 2 violations that we observed in the jurisdiction of Anne Arundel County that were directly related to an establishment within the City of Annapolis jurisdiction, that one being Capital Liquors located on West Street in Annapolis, Maryland. We'll start off. There's 2 incidents that are directly related. The first one happened on Wednesday, December 3rd, 2025. To provide you guys with a brief summary, I was personally conducting an inspection, check back inspection Once I entered the establishment, I saw multiple indicators of other than a wholesaler violation, essentially alcoholic beverages, I believe, that did not come from a lawful source. Once we requested to see invoices, we were immediately given invoices from liquor stores as well as invoices from or that were actually directly issued to Capital Liquors, and somehow they found their way to an establishment in the Glen Burnie area. After conducting a systematic inspection of the licensed premise, we ended up seizing about 87 bottles of liquor, 19 bottles of wine, 71 cases of beer, and 5 kegs of beer, collectively all valued at about $4,879.87, based upon average market value in Maryland. We subsequently destroyed approximately 94 partially consumed liquor and wine bottles, as well as approximately over 400 loose bottles and cans of beer located behind the bar area. All of these items were considered illicit and were obtained by sources other than a licensed wholesale distributor in Maryland. And I wanted to make sure that you had those numbers because I believe that provides context. We took pictures, and there was a lot of other attachments to my report on the 3rd. And then we also went and inspected another location held with common ownership, held by the same group, approximately a week later. So on December 10th, again, Wednesday, December 10th, approximately 1 week later, we conducted an inspection at the Edgewater location that's directly related to Capital Liquors. We did advise them that we would be coming down there to do an inspection. And upon conducting a systematic inspection, as well as matching up inventory to a bulk transfer permit, we were able to determine that there was approximately, or we seized, I should say, approximately 30 bottles of liquor and wine, all valued at about $1,010.13 based upon average market value in Maryland. And then we also subsequently destroyed approximately 21 bottles partially consumed liquor and wine, and we destroyed about 305 loose bottles of beer located behind the bar and coolers. Again, both times when we did have to destroy evidence and had to collect evidence and seize it, the staff at the restaurants super cooperative and very cordial. I will say that. All this evidence was moved to the Anne Arundel County Liquor Board evidence locker for keeping. And both of these cases have been adjudicated in front of the Anne Arundel County Liquor Board already. So be happy to answer any questions that you guys have as well.
All right. Does anyone have any questions for the inspector?
Mr. Choate, I would ask for the inspector to stick around in case we do, once we hear.
Oh yeah, I think he's good to stay. I think
Good.
Yeah, no, he's
Let's move on for now and hear just exactly what the heck happened.
Mr. Cohen has a question.
Yeah.
Can you just tell me the outcome of the adjudications in the county?
I can. So we had 5 charges altogether for both establishments, a total of 10. The charges specifically were for records. They were for relations with wholesalers. They were for unauthorized conduct. All 3 of those are Anne Arundel County specific liquor board rule and regulations. We also had 2 state law violations. One was 1-408, which is record keeping and reporting requirements, which is a state law. And the second state law, which was 6-311, restrictions on purchases and sales by retail dealer. Again, another state law. So all 5 were found guilty for the Glen Burnie location. All 5 charges were guilty for the Edgewater locations. I believe the total grand fine per location was approximately, well, not approximately, it was $3,750. So the grand total of fines for both locations was $7,500, and there was no suspension.
And that's not inclusive of the destroyed alcohol, correct?
That's correct. That's completely separate, and will be
Those are
held.
just the fines that were levied by the Anne Arundel County Liquor Board, Chris.
Yep. No, just wanted to clarify that.
Yeah.
Correct. Yes.
And have those been paid?
Sorry, what's that?
Do you know?
Mr. Cohen? I missed.
Have those fines been paid? Do you know?
I am not aware at this time. Mr. Gallagher may be able to provide more context.
Mr. Gallagher, you want to go ahead and
Absolutely. We don't intend to present any evidence today. We're taking the same position that we took at the prior Anne Arundel County Liquor Board hearing. We're not disputing anything that Inspector Gottschalk said then, and we're not disputing anything that he says now. We certainly, provide a little backstory on what exactly happened here. Is Mr. Soto's father is the owner of El Cabrito. There's approximately 11, 12 of those restaurants scattered throughout Anne Arundel County. There's several here in Annapolis, and the ones in question here are in Glen Burnie and Edgewater. What happened here was a miscommunication amongst staff. Staff did not understand that they couldn't go down to Mr. Soto, his son's liquor store, and obtain beer, wine, and liquor from that store to staff or stock the restaurants. Again, ignorance of the law is certainly no excuse. We understand why the law is in place. We understand it's there for fair trade. Soon as this happened in December, we took steps to remediate the problem. Mr. Gottschalk, I believe, can back me up here that he re-inspected the premises and noted that both of those established had set up accounts with wholesalers to make sure that this mistake didn't happen again. The bottom line here is that we know we screwed up. It wasn't intentional, doesn't make it right. We understand why the laws are in place. We understand that they're serious. And frankly, we have been hammered. I wouldn't say hammered, but the repercussions of these mistakes have been serious. Over $4,000 in lost, or over $5,000 in lost liquor, beer, and wine, as well as over $7,000 in fines that have been levied so far by the Anne Arundel County Board. Basically, we're asking for mercy.
Yeah. So thank you, Mr. Gallagher. I will say this. I will make a motion regarding penalty here, but before I do, does anyone have any questions for Mr. Gallagher or Mr. Soto on the board?
I do.
Yep, go ahead, Mr. Peterson.
Mr. Gallagher, you said it wasn't intentional. But I have to, when we interviewed when there was a change of license at this liquor store, one of our standard questions is, have you reviewed and understand the laws of the city of Annapolis and the state of Maryland? That answer is standard. And we were told, yes, they had reviewed. So it cannot be what you just said. And I'm really concerned about this, especially when you say there are 14 total restaurants. And I didn't hear Mr. Gottschalk say if they had gone to any of the other restaurants. Some of them, I assume, are right here in the city of Annapolis. So do we have to check those restaurants? Has this been going on? Because you again said that people from the restaurants were going to the liquor store. But my understanding, reading the testimony at the county, was that a van was delivering this liquor to the restaurants. So something's off here.
Well, no, I'm not sure something's off in far as the semantics of what I said. I'm not trying to hide anything here. One of the employees of Mr. Soto, who owns El Cabrito, misunderstood something that he said and made arrangements for the liquor store to obtain liquor at those locations from the liquor store. As I said, we have since understood, we've paid for that through the Anne Arundel County Liquor Board. We've set up accounts with wholesalers And Mr. Gottschalk went back and re-inspected and found that we had done that and we're no longer engaged in that practice.
How about any of the stores in Annapolis? Are we going to find liquor in there that's illegal?
Well, you and Mr. Gottschalk are certainly welcome to engage in those inspections.
I mean, quite candidly, Mr. Soto, I'm going to tell you something very straightforward. Since you have taken over and become the licensee for that liquor store, it appears to me certainly, and I think to my fellow board members, you have not done anything according to the way things should be done. You ran that store without a management agreement for probably over a year. And the only reason you got the management agreement, and sorry, Mr. Gallagher, you weren't privy to this and you weren't, involved through the course of the sale and of the owner or the sale from Mr. G, the previous owner. But you've done nothing right. You just kind of do what you want to do. And again, to Mr. Peterson's point, when you came before the board, we asked the same question all the time. Do you understand the rules and regulations surrounding being the licensee for the premise? Yes, I know. I've read them. I understand. But no, here we are. This isn't even 6 months. When the license transfer over the summer. And here we are.
We only sell alcohol at 3 locations. We don't sell at any other locations, and this
Sir,
was
you're
a
missing my point. My point is this. When you went to purchase that establishment, when you went to go purchase Capital Liquors from Mr. G, that entire transaction was never done in the way it should have been done. And you retained Mr. Fulton to come help, and it was because this board knows Mr. Fulton and we respect Mr. Fulton, we allowed the management agreement to finally go into place so that the purchase could be finalized. But you ran the business for a long time prior to that with no management agreement in place. And now here we are 6 months later, you're out just buying liquor through your store and distributing it to other businesses that your father or you have an interest in. Yes? I mean, I guess that's what we've all agreed to it. You haven't disputed it. So here's my motion. Unless I'll before I do that, Mr. Sheehan, Mr. Cohen, does anybody else want to?
Yeah, I have one question for Mr. Gallagher. Mr. Gallagher, thank you. I know you touched on the steps have been taken to remediate, but are you able to elaborate with a little more kind of clarity as to what the steps are and whether or not they've been formally institutionalized in the business?
Yeah, the liquor stores, the Edgewater and the Glen Burnie liquor store, have since opened accounts with wholesalers. There's been a reinspection with Mr. Gottschalk, who has corroborated those accounts and corroborated that all liquor present at those locations has come from authorized wholesalers.
Can we get a list, Mr. Chairman? Can we get a list of the restaurants in the city that are owned by?
I think Ms. Gaines can answer that question.
I believe there's only one, just the Capital Liquors in the city. The other ones are in Anne Arundel County.
No, the other restaurants that Mr. Gallagher mentioned.
Yeah, I know at least 2 in the city on Forest Drive, right?
What are the names of those businesses?
El Cabrito is one right there on right by Clock Tower. I mean, that's got to be. I think that's in the city limits, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm not aware of a restaurant in Clock Tower.
It's across the street from Clock Tower.
Well, Mr. Gallagher, can you tell us what restaurants are in Annapolis that are owned by the Sotos?
I wasn't prepared to answer that at this meeting. I can get that and provide it to the board afterwards.
Well, ask Mr. Soto, please. You're on mute.
The locations in Annapolis, or do you need the locations in all over the
No,
They're
We
asking,
want-
they're
Annapolis
asking for the
City-
locations that are specifically within the city limits of Annapolis.
Okay, so the ones within the city limits are Forest Drive 1407, and then we have another one in Forest Drive near Chicopin Road. And those are the only two that are in Annapolis, in the city limits. Then we also have other ones like the one in Edgewater and the one in Crofton. But the ones that only provide liquor right now are the one in Glen Burnie and the one in Edgewater, which are the two that you guys are, we provided liquor for, and it wasn't really, we weren't selling it to them. We were just, my dad asked me if I had a few cases. So
No. Come on. This is more than a few cases. Don't even, we're not going there.
I'm sorry.
15 kegs of beer would
Come
fill
on,
up
dude.
the van.
We're not doing this.
Do the restaurants in Annapolis, do you swear that they don't have any liquor?
I do swear that they do not have
That
liquor.
originated from
We don't have
Capital
the-
Liquors.
We in Annapolis, in the area of Annapolis, we do not provide liquor at any of the establishments, either on Forest Drive or the one on Chicopin Road. Both of them we do not provide any alcohol.
And you do not have a liquor license, a beer license at those places?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
So the issue before us is an issue in terms of the Capital Liquor selling to establishments outside of the city of Annapolis. Is that
Illegally selling to them,
It's
Stuart.
illegal distribution.
Yeah.
So here's what I propose. So we have there's two incidents here per Mr. Gottschalk's testimony, and two violations that the city's noted. So four items in total. So I propose for each of those we assess a $2,000 fine. So $8,000. And we're going to suspend the license for 3 days.
Just 3? I would move we suspend it for at least a week.
All right.
I mean, this
So-
is very, very frustrating to me. And all the years I've been on this liquor board, we've never had anything like this.
How about I do this? I'll amend my motion.
Thank you.
$2,000 per what's the word I'm looking for?
Violation.
Per violation. Thank you, Mr. Cohen. And how about 5-day suspension?
All right. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. That's 4 ayes. So what I'm looking at is the calendar, and I'm going to talk to Ms. Gaines. I believe we should impose the suspension should start on the 13th of March. And then the business would be able to reopen on the 18th of March. And during those 5 days, the business is to be closed. No sales of anything. And I would strongly suggest you take that time to review the rules and regulations around the license which you hold, sir. And I'll also say this. When you're asked to come before this board, you get here on time.
He was here on time. He was having trouble logging in.
Fair. Thank
Sorry,
you.
my computer was literally not turning on at all. I just couldn't get on time, and I'm sorry. I really am sorry for everything.
No, all right, fair enough. I understand. We often have people with technology issues come before the board. But
So I have a question.
For those 5 days, the business is not open. And we will be sending the City of Annapolis Police Department will be ensuring that you are not operating that business. Mr. Cohen, sorry.
Yeah, I'd like to direct this to Mr. Gallagher in terms of what are you going to do as counsel to these establishments to assure that we do not see them again?
Honestly, I'm not sure that's an appropriate question. That's something that I have to discuss with my client, whether they want to retain me to that end.
I understand.
Well, then I can redirect the question to Mr. Soto in terms of what are you going to do to assure that all of your establishments comply with all the laws going forward?
Well, I'll definitely reread the guidelines and the regulations. And I will assure you that I won't do stuff like that, even if it's like one case or something that my dad, I can't, I won't, and it wasn't right of me to do that. It wasn't, um, right at all. And honestly, I'm sorry. I don't think I want to be here in this position with you guys again, where we're angry at, you guys have to be angry at me. And, you know, I, I will make sure to follow the laws and regulations and uphold them.
I sincerely hope that your dad understands too.
Yeah, no, I definitely,
He's been in the business much longer than you,
yeah,
so
he's a he's a hardworking man, but he's so stubborn at times, and it's hard to deal
well,
with him sometimes,
yeah.
And I love him though, but when it comes to all this stuff, I tell him over and over stuff, and it's just, you know what I mean? It's yeah,
Well,
but he knows,
yeah,
100% knows.
because we don't want to see you again.
Miss
But I
Gaines?
would urge you to
Sorry, Mr. Cohen. Hang on one second. Miss Gaines, did you have something?
Yes, sir. I was just wondering if you could give me a timeline for the money to become due. Will that be 30 days, within 30 days?
Yes,
30
I
days.
Can you please add that to the motion, please?
I move that the fines that have been assessed are paid within 30 days.
from today.
second.
All in favor? 30 days.
Aye.
Let's call it tomorrow because
Aye.
we're at the end of the business day. So let's say
Yeah.
30 days from the 5th of March.
Aye.
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 I think we've got 4 ayes.
Aye.
All right, gang. Well, Mr. Soto, take that time, to your point, review. And I'm going to tell you, you don't want to be back here anytime soon or at all, ever again. Because things have not gotten off on the right foot. And I'm hoping we can right this ship, if you will, and move on and move forward, and you're successful. I know, again, I understand the acquisition of that business is still very new for you. Certainly want you to succeed, but we need you to operate within the rules and regulations.
And how about thank you to the chief inspector?
And thank you, Mr. Inspector, for coming and appreciate your work.
Thank you, commissioners.
All right, let's move on here. We have, Josh, I'm going to jump to agenda item 5. If you want to pull all those folks forward.
Doing it now, Mr. Chair. I'm just pulling the last people out. 1 second.
And if he does, let it go. Just let it go.
I think we just have Kelly, right, for
So we also have Susan Thaxton. She's our new CEO. So she's
Oh,
gonna
okay.
be doing, I'm gonna do all the talking, but she's gonna join us.
Well, Kelly, hang on 1 second. So we're going to be So we have two agenda items, right? Because we're talking about the oyster roast and sock burning, and then also the catfish cook-off.
Yes,
All right, so you and Susan are here for both of those items?
yes.
All right, well, give me 1 second. I'll make a motion that we combine agenda item 5, special Class C one-day liquor license, Annapolis Maritime Museum, Annapolis Oyster Roast, and sock burning. This is an application for a special Class C one-day license, beer, wine, and liquor to the Annapolis Maritime Museum for the Annapolis Oyster Roast and sock burning scheduled on Saturday, March 21, 2026, with a rain date of Sunday, March 22nd, 2026, from 11 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., location 723 2nd Street, Annapolis, Maryland, 21403. And agenda item 6, which is special Class C one-day liquor license, Annapolis Maritime Museum, second annual catfish cook-off. This is an application for a special Class C one-day license, beer, wine, and liquor to the Annapolis Maritime Museum for the second annual catfish cook-off scheduled on Saturday, May 9, 2026, from 12 noon to 4:30 p.m. Location is 7300 Edgewood Road, Annapolis, Maryland, 21403.
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Yay.
Was that a yay, a aye, or a nay?
Hey.
Anyway, we
Yay.
got 3 ayes, so we're moving on.
Oh,
All right, Kelly, Susan, would you like to just tell us a little bit of, obviously, you know, the oyster roast and the sock burning's long-standing event. The second event's the second year, but can you tell us about these? And these are 2 different locations too, so just kind of the nuances of the space and how you're going to manage that for these
Yep.
events.
Yep. So this is my 5th year with the Oyster Roast here at the Annapolis Maritime Museum, and every year we've been refining it, making better and better. So we have about 1,000 people that are expected to come. It's all a ticketed event. People are going to be checked in. We have a gated area where they check in, where we ID them and wristband them. Then they're able to come into the event itself. So we do have a bar, beer, wine, and alcohol. We hired bartenders. They're all tips trained, and they're also checking to make sure that their wristbands are 21 or older. For most of those, people usually behave themselves, and we're really watching people, especially me, because I'm weird about that, but really watching if there's any underage drinking. But we haven't had any issues. We do have we have police officers that we hire. They're going to be there, so they're there at the bar and they're there at check-in and check-out. We have barriers. We've notified all of our immediate neighbors, letting them know that we're having this event and inviting them to attend, since we're going to be here making all this noise and they're going to be there. So no alcohol is allowed to be brought in. We check it. We check bags. No alcohol leaves. So we have, again, the police officers stand and we watch. So we have something that's called chuck it, chuck it or chuck it. So you have to throw out all the alcohol as they leave. So we don't let anybody leave with alcohol. We have about 30 volunteers that are here. We have 5 crowd managers that have just been trained this year. And we have a whole new staff, so it's all a good thing. We do have that barricade. I did mention that because the Eastport Yacht Center, we need to have access so that they can get in and out all day long. So the police always help us with that. We have parking. We're looking at South Annapolis Yacht Center to do some offsite parking. We do have Horn Point Marina as well as ABYC parking, and then we're asking people to Uber. So we really want people not to park on the street, so we're really enforcing that with that. So what else? There's going to be food trucks. We have a porta potty. We've upgraded from the porta potties to Royal Flush. So they will be here, and let's see, and food trucks. So that's the oyster roast and sock burning. It starts at noon, ends at 4. There's a small program. We have 2 bands. There's activities for kids. We only have 40 kids coming. And there's going to be other activities. So for that one, it's really basically standard, and we fine tune that everywhere. So we'll make sure that everything is in good order. The other one is this is our second annual, and it's a lot of fun. It's an awareness event over at our park campus over off of Edgewood Road. It is a 4-hour event. We have chefs coming from all over, and they prepare a blue catfish dish, because one of the things that we are messaging and working with DNR and other organizations is that we want to eradicate the blue catfish because they're eating everything in the bay. So it's really an awareness fundraising event. Again, we have hired bartenders. They're all tip trained. It's a ticketed event. People have to get wristbanded as they come in. We're going to have a band. We're going to have food trucks and other food. We are going to have the Royal Flush is going to be there as well. And then we have hired police officers for that event as well. For this one, since there is limited parking and we do not allow parking on Edgewood Road, we are looking at off-site parking and using a bus to bus people in. Last year we did that. We used our van, but this year we're looking for a little bit bigger because we're expecting hopefully 500 to 600 people at the park campus. And that, so we're looking at off-site parking where we'll have a bus. But last year, most people came by Ubering, which was great because they know there isn't any parking down there based on our September Sunset concert series. So food trucks, volunteers, and then we have 5 crowd managers that are going to be on hand as well. So those are really our events. The catfish cook-off is similar to the oyster roast in the format, which is really that we're going to have food. We're going to have a demonstration of, cooking and eating, and then there's going to be a little presentation, and then everybody goes home. It's a fun event.
Questions? So,
I have one issue that I just realized is that yesterday we needed to move the catfish cook-off 1 week, so it's going to be on May 16th instead of May 9th, and it's because of Mother's Day weekend. So do I have to reapply for that May 9th one? The catfish cook-off?
can we amend the application, Ms. Gaines,
Yes, sir.
for change the date?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, that should be fine.
Thank you.
Oh, Ms. Gaines.
I'm sorry, Mr. Chair. This one, I'll give her name and address for the record before she
Oh,
starts.
sorry.
I didn't.
Can you do that? And Ms. Thaxton will have you do the same.
Yeah. Kelly Swartout. I live at 11690 Winchester Road, Annapolis, Maryland, 21409.
And I'm Susan Thaxton. I live at 3230 Black Walnut Drive, Annapolis, Maryland, 21403.
And this is our new president and CEO, in case you didn't know.
And I'll do this too because, sorry, I was distracted. I'll just ask you to raise your right hand for both of you. Do you swear or affirm under the penalty of perjury the testimony that you just provided regarding these two events is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you.
I move to accept.
All right, we have a motion to approve. We have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good luck. Have great events.
Thank you. Appreciate
We'll see
it.
you soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, we will.
We got some summer stuff coming up.
We do, and we have some really great plans and a way to make everybody happy. So, yes.
Great. All right. Thank you.
All right, thanks.
All right. Moving on to agenda item 7. This is an open to the public event. This is Eastport Democratic Club, Eastport Green Beer Race, and Kool-Aid races. So let's see. We should have Mr. Champ. And Joe, can you just get your camera on and unmute yourself?
Mr. Chairman, while we're waiting on Mr. DeChamp, I'm going to recuse myself.
All right, Mr. Peterson, you're going to recuse yourself from agenda items 7, 8, 9, and 10 since they all involve the Eastport Democratic Club?
Correct.
Mr. DeChamp, you were here for agenda items 7, 8, 9, and 10. The green beer races, Blue Angels after party, Father's Day barbecue, and play a song fundraiser. These are the 4 items that you're here for.
We also submitted a request for a permanent permit for our patio access. I don't know if that's on the agenda this time.
No, sir.
No problem. We can do the
and no one else is going to be joining you. You're here to speak on behalf of the club for these items?
Correct.
Okay, well then give me 1 second, because I'll make a motion that we combine open to the public event number 1, Eastport Democratic Club, Eastport Green Beer Race, and Kool-Aid races. Request for an open to the public event with the consumption of alcoholic beverages and live music to the Eastport Democratic Club for the Eastport Green Beer Race and the Kool-Aid races, which I think is something new this year, scheduled on Saturday, March 14, 2026, from noon to 6 p.m. Locations 525 State Street, Annapolis, Maryland 21401. We have agenda item 8. It's an open to the public event, Eastport Democratic Club Blue Angels After Party. Request for an open to the public event with the consumption of alcoholic beverages and live music to the Eastport Democratic Club for the Blue Angels After Party, scheduled on Wednesday, May 20th, 2026, from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. Location is, again, 525 State Street, Annapolis, Maryland 21403. Item 9, open to the public event, Eastport Democratic Club Father's Day Barbecue. Request for an open to the public event with the consumption of alcoholic beverages and live music to the Eastport Democratic Club for the Father's Day Barbecue, scheduled on Sunday, June 21st, 2026, from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Again, location 525 State Street, Annapolis, Maryland 21403. And then lastly, we have an open to the public event, the Eastport Democratic Club Play a Song fundraiser. Request for an open to the public event with the consumption of alcoholic beverages and live music to the Eastport Democratic Club for the Play a Song fundraiser, scheduled on Thursday, October 8, 2026, from noon to 5 p.m. Location 525 State Street, Annapolis, Maryland 21403. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, great. So we're going to combine these 4 items. Mr. Deschamps, can you please give us your name and address for the record?
Yes, Joe Deshawn, 1320 Black Walnut Court, Annapolis, Maryland 21403.
And can I have you raise your right hand and I'll administer the oath? Do you swear or affirm under the penalty of perjury the testimony you're going to give is the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Great. Joe, can you just kind of go through these items or these events and just give us an overview? And
Sure.
Some of them are, obviously long-standing.
Yeah, let's start with the green beer races, since that's on the calendar first. Again, long-standing event. We've been running at the club for many years. We have our processes in place. We have, in the last year or so, we have fenced around most of our property, but we have an open area along the alley adjacent to our property, and we put temporary fencing up along that. And there is one point of entry there, and there is a point of entry and exit on the opposite side of the factory, of the property, where there is a gate. And we will have staff at either one of those locations that will be providing tickets, checking IDs, providing wristbands. For this event, we will also have 2 to 3 off-duty police officers as security. All of our staff that will be managing the event are TIPS trained. And also recently we have had, I think, at least 5 people go through crowd control training and certification as well for additional security and safety. And it's basically the same event we've run for many years. You mentioned Kool-Aid, that's for the kids. You guys probably don't need to be concerned with that. But, it's just long running, standard Eastport event that's run successfully for many years without any serious incidents.
Okay.
Can we keep going? Okay.
Yeah, let's just keep rolling through these.
The Blue Angels After Party is actually a members and guests event, but it will be in the parking lot with a tent and with live music. Similar situation, but as it is just members and guests, we don't typically provide police officer security for something like that. It hasn't ever been necessary in any way in the past. But again, all TIPS trained staff, crowd control trained, Everybody who was involved in this project has done these things before. We've run these events before in our lot. We have a very good relationship in the neighborhood. Most of our neighbors are actually members. The ones that aren't, we always let them know what we're doing and get their consent. And again, this event has run several years without incident.
Okay.
All right, Father's Day barbecue. This one is members and family. Again, a daytime family-oriented event. Cook food that we cook at the club, barbecue, music. Same situation with the lot, tent in the lot, but contained and wristbands and the same staffing as we do for other events. Again, another event that is run without incident.
And then we've got the Play a Song fundraiser.
Play a Song is open to the public, so we will run that more in line of the same way we do the green beer races. Police officer security, limited access, lots of staff on hand to watch both entrance and exit points, making sure no alcohol comes onto the property, no alcohol leaves the property. Porta pots, all very well managed and maintained.
Okay. And the neighbors know about these events, and it's
and most of them are highly supportive.
And they've got your number.
We haven't had any issues with any neighbors of any sort for, I think, at least 2 years.
Okay. Do we have any questions from the board?
Move to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Thank you.
Thank you all. We appreciate your efforts.
Yep. Take care.
Appreciate it.
All righty. Moving on. So, agenda item 11. We've got the approval of an administrative floor plan, HHLP Annapolis Liquor Holder LLC, trading as Annapolis Waterfront Hotel. So we have a request for an administrative approval of a floor plan to HHLP Annapolis Liquor Holder LLC, trading as Annapolis Waterfront Hotel, location 80 Compromise Street, Annapolis, Maryland 21401. We've got Mr. Dales with us this evening, and then Marshall Harris. Is that everyone, Mr. Dales?
That's all, Mr. Chairman, yes.
Yeah, perfect. Give me 1 second. Let me just pull this up so I can see your plan here. Mr. Dales, can you just give Ms. Gaines your name and address?
Mr. Chairman, Phil Dales, Dales Associates, 238 West Street, Annapolis, Maryland.
And Mr. Harris, can you also give your name and address?
Sure. Marshall Harris, Hammond Wilson Architects, 434th Street, Annapolis, 21403.
And then I'll just swear you in if you're going to provide any testimony. Can you just raise your right hand? And do you swear or affirm under the penalty of perjury the testimony you'll be giving is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but truth?
I do.
Wonderful. Mr. Dales, do you want to kick this off?
Sure. So, Mr. Chairman, this is and members of the board, this is not an application, and be clear about that. We're here just fulfilling a requirement. The board's rules, as I'm sure you all know, require that licensees notify this board of any changes to the floor plans for a licensed premises during the term of the license. And so it also requires that this board review those plans. And we've submitted those plans to the board for review. And since we're here, we're happy to answer any questions. I can provide a brief proffer in case it's helpful in framing this. And what we're really asking for, since this is not an application and the rules don't provide for any kind of approval or denial, we're just asking for you to find that we fulfilled that requirement of the rules. Just as a way of background here to remind everyone, this property is operated pursuant to a management agreement. That is still the case. Nothing's changing about that. The new operator of the management agreement applied for zoning approvals and obtained all of those. The changes to the floor plans are now in building permit stage. That's already all been issued and it's under construction. And we had a number of changes to the plans following the zoning approval. Namely, there were significant changes to the plans for the second floor. And as those changes occurred, we waited till they were at a final point, so we wouldn't be coming back to you over and over again to show you changes. They're at that point now, and we expect to open in May. Of course, that's subject to construction schedules, but we're at that point. So we're here to show you the plans in their final state as required by the rules, and Mr. Harris can answer any architectural questions about those plans.
Look good. I don't, obviously the space is going to be quite different from the previous space when it was Pussers, right? So I don't know if there's anything you guys want to point out.
There's nothing
significant, but
there's nothing about the floor plan changes that's particularly relevant to any rule or requirement. So just provided them so that you can see them. And if you have any questions, we can answer them. But yeah, there's nothing that stands out and that we are asking for special attention or approval for. Just something on the record that we fulfilled the requirement.
Anybody have any questions? Any member of the board? Mr. Harris, this is your work.
Yes, me and my colleagues.
Well, looks great. Looking forward to seeing the final product. I move, we approve this and allow them to
I think it's
keep
just an
moving forward.
acknowledgement that we've reviewed it, right? Is that?
Yep.
That's correct. An acknowledgement that you've reviewed and a finding that we fulfilled the requirement of the rule.
I move we acknowledge we reviewed.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Thank you very much.
Mr. Cohen, are you vote? You're an aye. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
All righty. Let's see, moving on. Number 12, we have an extension of licensed premises during a special event. Rams Head St. Patrick's Day celebration. Request for an extension of licensed premise during a special event to include use of the parking lot immediately behind the business with the consumption of alcoholic beverages to Rams Head for the St. Patrick's Day celebration scheduled on Saturday, March 14, 2026 from noon to 10 p.m. Location 33 West Street, Annapolis, Maryland 21401. Michael, you're here. If you can turn your camera on. It's just you tonight, Michael?
Yes, it is. Yes.
Perfect. Can you just provide name and address for the record?
Yes, Michael Lechner. It's 5 East McPhail Road in Bel Air, Maryland, 21014.
Great. And I'll just swear you in. Can you just raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm under the penalty of perjury the testimony you will provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right, Mr. Lechner. Want to tell us about this year's St. Patty's Day party?
Yes, so we're back again. Appreciate the time this evening, as always. We be having our annual St. Patrick's Day party in our back parking lot. We've reached an agreement with the owners, the Unified Parking partners back there to use the lot. We'll be erecting a 30 by 90 tent, live music on the 14th from 12 p.m. to 10 p.m. We've got, we'll be serving alcohol out there, all tip certified bartenders. We have 6 crowd control certified employees. We'll have a security team on hand. There are 3 entrance points for the tent, and security folks at each one of those entrances that will be carding all attendees and wristbanding them. No wristband, no drink. No one under 21 allowed in the tent. We've been doing this for, I was drawing a blank on whether it was 17 or 18 years, but we haven't had
I was
any
going to ask you
issues.
because I thought it was close to 25.
So I've been with the company for 13. So and I was trying to remember back, but it's certainly been quite a while and have not had, any issues whatsoever. It's just a good time. It's a kind of a tradition for us, and I'm really looking forward to it. And having this party it's right behind the restaurant in the in the parking lot back here, and just looking forward to another great event, and just looking for that extension of our license for that one day and that time period of 12 p.m. to 10 p.m. To be able to serve our guests out there and have a great St. Patrick's Day.
And this, in terms of the tent footprint, is the same size tent that you've had for
Every year. Yeah, same size tent. There's band on one end, and then bars are on the side, and but it's the same tent that we get from Absolute Party almost every single year. So
Okay. Any questions from the
Mr.
board?
Chair, I move we approve.
All
I
right.
have
Is
a
there?
question though.
Oh, Mr. Cohen has a question.
From 12 to 1, will there be dollar Guinnesses again?
yes, from 12 to 1, $1 Guinnesses.
Thank you.
All right. Very good.
Used to be 50 cents, but times are tough, so we.
All right. So, Mr. Peterson, you move that we approve. Do we have a second?
Second.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, Mr. Lechner. Good
Thank you,
luck to
folks.
you, and have a safe event.
Yeah, hope we see all you there. Appreciate you.
Well, sounds like you're seeing Mr. Cohen.
From 12 to 1.
From 12 to 1.
12 to 1.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Take care. Thank you, sir. All right. Last item this evening, we have a request for an upgrade or modification of previously approved alcoholic beverage license to include a permanent outdoor dining space for seasonal use. Forward Brewing LLC, trading as Forward Brewing, a request to upgrade or modify an alcoholic beverage license to include a permanent parking lot dining space for seasonal use. The request should include a site plan of the dining area, a plan to prevent the service of alcohol to minors, specific dates and hours that the designated area will be used for dining, and permission from the owner and designated parking lot if applicable. All righty, we have Mr. Dales again, and Cam's here, and just the two of you this evening.
That's correct.
Mr.
Chairman.
Lechner's still on. He's joining us for this one as well. You can sign off, sir, if you're ready. Mr. Dales, can you just provide Ms. Gaines your address and name and address again for the record?
Yep. Phil Dales, Dales Associates for the licensee, 238 West Street, Annapolis, Maryland.
Great. Cam, name and address, please.
Camden Bodrin, 109 East Bayview Drive, Annapolis, Maryland, 21403.
Great. And I'm going to, I'll ask you to raise your right hand and I'll swear you in. Do you swear or affirm under the penalty of perjury the testimony you're going to give to this board will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Great. Gentlemen, I'll leave it up to you how you guys want to go about presenting this this item.
Thanks, Mr. Chairman. I'll proceed with a proffer, and then Mr. Bodrin will provide some testimony on one particular item. So, as you all know, the outdoor dining that's shown in the letter we sent with our application is now required to be approved pursuant to the new city law for outdoor dining. And this application, or the plans associated with it, went before the Board of Appeals very recently for a special exception as required by the new law, and obtained that special exception. And part of the approval, part of our presentation during that case was a new policy of operation to ensure compliance with the applicable law. So that's what Mr. Bodger will testify to in a moment. There's also some change to the layout of the outdoor dining area from the layout that you might be familiar with during the operation of the outdoor space during the COVID-related executive orders. Namely, there's a reduction now from the previous number of seats by approximately 15 seats to 89 to 77, I believe. So 12 seats. And some rearrangement of the furniture to bring all of the outdoor dining area closer to 4th Street, away from the residential areas to the rear, and also to provide some more control over the way patrons enter the outdoor space and are seated. So Mr. Bodrin is going to testify to a policy that he's instituting with his staff and with customers that relates to compliance with the requirement for visitors and customers to be seated with the service of alcohol and to have a service of food with that service of alcohol. So if you have other questions about the changes to the layout, we can answer those, but those are the high points. Mr. Bodrin can tell you now about the change in operations that he already testified to in front of the Board of Appeals.
Yeah, as Phil said, we are making some adjustments going forward. Our policy is essentially going to be that food and beverages need to remain at tables. We've actually even ordered the stencils to put that on the table. We are going to be adjusting some of our tables to be more picnic tables, lower tables, to promote people staying seated. We're going to have a new training on these policies with our staff. We have a new entrance to our outdoor area. We're going to have ideally a pergola going over that entrance with some side walls to make a smaller entrance and really define inside and outside further, and allow a host and staff to take people to seats at tables. We'll have essentially one seat per person. As Phil said, our space has shrunk a little bit. It'll be fenced in around the back a little further with full height screening walls. I think that's about it.
I'd say it's a good summary, Mr. Bodrin, and I would just end our presentation to the board with a statement that it was our feeling that the space was operated responsibly and successfully during all the years that outdoor dining took place under the COVID authorization. And these changes that we've made are just going to allow for even greater control over the crowds that come in and for compliance with the requirements that I mentioned. So with that position, if there are any specific questions you have about operations or about the layout, we can answer them now.
No, so essentially it's just maybe a smaller footprint of what you've been doing for the last 5 years.
That's correct.
Yes.
But also, my question is, and I know you mentioned this, that people will no longer be standing up drinking, they have to sit down.
That's the new policy under outdoor dining.
How are you going to police that?
We're training our staff, letting them know when people come in and are seated that they do have to remain at the tables, that food service will be at the tables. If we see somebody get up and walk away with, say a drink, we'll let them know that they have to go back to the table. And if they have to get up and leave, they can leave the drink or food on the table.
So a little bit different because in the past years, you kind of had like a window, right, where you could kind of go up and order your drink outside and then carry it to your table. So you're gonna have more of a full service experience outside with servers.
We're locating a new server station in the back, so it's more of a centrally located area.
Yeah, and I would add to Mr. Bodrin's testimony, a proffer that there was some discussion of this question, a very similar question to the one Mr. Peterson just asked at the board. And essentially, I was asked what the requirement really is, and we acknowledge that many applicants, and I think it's fair to say reviewers of these applications have some questions about exactly what's required of a licensee or a property owner in making customers with free will sit down, or order food. A very literal application of the requirement is not what we believe was intended by the city council when they passed the law. And so what we're proposing is a policy to give us the greatest possible control that meets the intent of the law and allows us to direct and the adults who are serving alcohol that the rules require them to be seated and remind them of that. We do acknowledge people are at times going to stand up and stretch their legs or get up to use a bathroom with their drink in their hand, and they'll have to put it down when they stand up. So this is the policy that Cam and his staff came up with to best address a somewhat difficult, although deceivingly simple sounding requirement. And I think it'll just result in even more compliance with the spirit of that law.
Yeah. And Cam, obviously you guys just went through this with planning and zoning and Board of Appeals, and you saw obviously saw public comment in favor of the business you guys run, and there was certainly a lot of support. You obviously heard some of the concerns from some of the neighbors, so I know you're aware of them. You know what you're working with.
Yep.
And it sounds like you have some things in place that are going to help, hopefully relieve some people's concerns.
That's our plan.
So, and every year, as you guys through COVID, and we had special exceptions for the outdoor dining. I mean, you came every year, and it seems to work, and you guys do a good job, and
thank you.
Wish you all the best. So I'll move that we approve this.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
That's 4 ayes. So good luck to you.
Thank you.
I guess we'll start back up outside here soon.
Thanks, everyone.
Look forward to it. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
And it's going to be a good weekend for it.
Yeah, it looks like it.
I think, is that when we're starting? Do we start on what's today, the 4th? Is it the 6th?
The special exception requires us to put in a time frame. And so, yeah, the weekend would be covered by that time frame if we can make it happen.
Great. Well, thank you. Thank you, gentlemen, for your time.
Thank you.
And good luck.
Thank you.
All righty. Well, that brings us to the end of the agenda. Anybody have, Ms. Gaines, do you have anything else for us?
No, sir.
All right. Anybody else? Anybody have any final thoughts? Mr. Peterson's about to say something.
Yeah, Mr. Peterson was about to say, I move we adjourn.
All right.
Second that.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We called the March meeting adjourned.
Good night, y'all.